Welcome to the presentation on FinTech and the Banking Royal Commission. The Banking Royal Commission was used as a bit of an ethical framework in order to assess the financial services industry and in particular financial technology. The question is, how will financial technology change the world forever? And we're using the Banking Royal Commission as the ethical framework. I've put a bit of a diagram ahead to show Dr. Kenneth Hayne, the Commissioner of the Banking Royal Commission, obviously the Royal for the Royal hat, and a little bit of a robot to determine that this is, I guess, a bit of a combination of Royal Commission and financial services and financial technology. For this research report, we focused on 6 key principles that were identified in the Banking Royal Commission. These six principles reflect obeying the law, do not mislead or deceive, act fairly, provide services that are fit for purpose, deliver services with reasonable care and skill, and when acting for another, act in the best interests of that other. And it's these 6 principles that separated the Banking Royal Commission from something that maybe looked at massive debt deals or collusion amongst big businesses, and rather focused the assessment of the Commission on the corporate governance, the corporate culture, and the regulations surrounding the Australian financial services. Financial technology has the opportunity to change the world forever, and in many respects, it is already doing that. This is just a snapshot of firms based in New York alone, and you can see the amount of financial technology firms already involved in lending, marketplaces, banking, accounting, wealth management, education, investment management, etc. There is an incredible amount of financial technology coming onto the market and already existing on the market. But how will it change the world forever, and how will it maintain its ethical responsibilities in the community and towards individuals? One of the interesting aspects of this research report was identifying the one area in which I believe FinTech will change the world forever, and that is through regulation technology. The importance of this became really apparent during the Banking Royal Commission when a number of circumstances where big banks failed to meet their regulatory needs or requirements, and often would blame very simple technical reasons or maybe complexity within the regulation. So financial technology has this incredible ability to change the world through integrating legislation and code, automating decision-making, digitizing information, and even using blockchain to perform audits and bookkeeping internally within organizations. This is massive capacity and really has the ability to change the world. Furthermore, FinTech also has the ability to access new products and services, including for consumers and for organizations. This could lead to emerging markets having new access to sources of funds or access to new ways of doing financial services, including banking. Artificial intelligence to recommend and reconfigure financial services, including wealth management. We're already seeing the benefits of high volume payments and ease of moving money, including OSCO system here in Australia recently introduced. The additional financial education available now to consumers will help consumers to understand the financial products and services they are getting into, as well as just understand further maybe the stock markets or their own financial situation. And of course, new trading platforms and providing market access to consumers. FinTech is really setting up a way to change the world forever. However, there are also some major ethical and regulatory risks set up for FinTechs that they must be considered. So for example, how FinTech may not change the world at all could be in relation to the reliability of technological packages as outlined in the Banking Royal Commission. Or in the sense of crowdfunding, how do we ensure that we're acting on the best interests of others? Are we doing the due diligence to make sure that those who are providing funds to others are in fact providing funds ethically and responsibly? What about the unfair contract terms and predatory practices of organizations already identified, such as Zip Pay or Afterpay, or contracts that are set up from FinTech providers that are providing loans to consumers, such as Prosper? What about the cyber, the data and the client security that we're currently facing? And probably more importantly and more in relation to the Banking Royal Commission was services provided around hawking and services provided that are fit for purpose to individuals. Now, this is not just in relation to big banks, but FinTech must be considerate of these ethical components as they move forward. Financial technology will have the opportunity to change the world forever, but will often have to make those decisions between ethical or regulatory decisions, or maybe those more profit-driven decisions. This includes having access to competitive interest rates, but ensuring that they don't immediately move into more predatory practices to try and, I guess, increase their net interest margin. What about misleading statements? So fintechs may have ability to access markets or access new products and services, but misleading statements through marketing and misleading statements through online can often bring in people into products and services that maybe they don't require it. And whilst financial literacy might be a big benefit of financial technology, it also has the ability through artificial intelligence and through other aspects of financial technology to make use of the financial illiteracy of some people and therefore maybe make some more profit out of them. All of these considerations are very important. This was my research report on financial technology and how it will change the world forever, taking an ethical framework using the Australian Banking Royal Commission. Thank you very much.